Hi everyone and welcome back to the London Watch Collector channel. If you've just tuned in to my channel, I'm a watch collector, a watch enthusiast. I'm basically addicted to watches. And on my channel, I'll be sharing my passion for watches using 4K content. I'll be discussing and showing you brilliant timepieces ranging from Seiko to Patek Philippe. So guys, if you enjoy my reviews, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure to click on the notification bell and follow me on Instagram. So guys, this week I have something different. As you see from the title, if you own a Rolex watch, you should watch this video. This is going to be a long one and I hope it's going to be informative. I hope by the end of this review you will have gained something, whether it's knowledge or information or just had fun watching this video. And there's a couple of topics I would like to cover. And at the end of it, there will be an announcement, some sort of a helping hand from the watch community. And I hope everyone can participate. I'll keep it till the end because it's the most important and it goes a long way. So starting off with this video, what I'll be covering in this review would be a couple of things. So as you know, I'm due to make a Q&A session. And lots of you guys asked me, for example, what tools do I use? How do I store my watches? What do I recommend when it comes to watch rolls or pouches, etc. So I thought, why not do a review, share with you the information, what I actually recommend or what do I actually use. I sometimes try on the channel to collaborate or accept collaboration from other companies or other brands out there. So what I usually do, I never collaborate with anyone unless I'm willing to buy the product myself. So if I feel that the product is worth me spending my money on, then I'll definitely review it. And in this video, the company I chose to collaborate with was Everest. I'm sure most of you heard of them. I'm not a stranger to them. I've bought their products back from 2016. If you guys remember when I bought the Batman from Harrods 2016, and then I bought the Blue Strap. I later went on to buy a Sea Dweller 4000 strap, a No Date sub, a 3-watch roll, and basically in this video they've sent me a couple of gifts including a watch roll, a strap, as well as a watch portfolio which is the latest release, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. But anyway, so what I'll be covering is how do I store my watches, how do I travel with my watches, what kind of rolls do I use, when I'm not wearing my watches, where do I keep them, and talking to you about Rolex watches. Should you buy a Rolex watch? Will it come up in value? Should you consider Rolex watches as an investment or not? Along these topics, I'll also be covering how to fit a strap on a Rolex, how to use the tools I'll be showing you. I'll be giving you the reference number for the tools that I use. I'll be showing you as well my favorite Rolex watches in my collection. So let's go ahead and start this review. So you guys asked me, how do I store my Rolex watches? So as you guys know, when I did the state of the collection, I told you that I have a local safety deposit box where I keep most of my watches and I only carry a specific amount of watches at a time in my house. But with this whole situation happening around the world and with the outings restricted in the UK, so what I did, I have around 12 watches at home currently and they're all kept in my 1-ton safe, as you can see here. But the storage space is not enough. So I used to use the penny cases to store the watches in my safe, but I started feeling that they are just utilizing unnecessary space. Because we all know penny cases are durable, they are crush-proof, waterproof, dust-proof, but so is the safe. So having something better than penny cases are those watch rolls. And I've tried a couple out in the market, and to be honest, the best I've seen are from Everest. I bought my first one a couple of years ago. Currently, I have my Neo Vintage watches in it. As you can see, the Daytona 116520. In the middle, the Submariner Kermit 16610 LV. And to the right is the 16710 on the Coke bezel. And this time, Everest has sent me a 4-watch roll as well as a watch portfolio. A shout out to Patrick and Corinne. So guys, you remember back in 2017 when I picked up my Sky Dweller, which was around October, I showed you all the tools I use. And I had a cheap looking plastic box that I probably paid £3 or £4 for. But that's the only thing that I was able to find that's actually quite small in size and that would fit all my tools. And I've been looking and searching for something that I can keep all my tools, my straps, my fiber cloths. And I was quite happy when Everest told me that they've recently launched this watch portfolio. And once it arrived by post and I had my hands on it, I was extremely impressed. Starting with the zip at the front, which has quite sufficient space to fit in many straps, microfiber cloths, any watch related items. And the quality of the zip feels quite durable. Once you open up the portfolio, you're presented with this suede finish material which feels different. It feels high in quality and it has this nice scent to it. And all the tools you see are, to me, the most important tools any watch enthusiast requires. And there are 4 little slots at the top for 4 different straps. But as you can see, I've utilized 2 of the slots for tools and 2 of the slots for straps. So starting with the top right tool, which I'll be featuring in this video as well, I'll be showing you how to use this tool. For your reference, guys, it's a Swiss-made, Swiss brand, a Bergeon tool, reference 7825. So if you're looking for this tool, all you have to do is write Bergeon 7825 on Google. You'll probably find it on Amazon or eBay. And I'll show you in this video how to use this tool. And this is the tool that every watchmaker uses to remove bracelets, especially Rolex bracelets. I can vouch for that. And I've seen it at the Rolex service centers in the UK, St. James's Square. The ladies sitting behind the desk when you take in your watch, they use this tool to open up older models, for example, neo vintage, like the Kermit, to read the serial number between the lugs. So it's definitely a very useful tool. It is a bit expensive. It will cost you around £100 plus, but it's worth every penny. And the black tool next to it is another important tool, Bergeon number 3153. I'll be using this tool again during this video, so stay tuned once I fit on the strap. And then the 2 straps you see, the black one is actually for my Sea Dweller 4000, which I've been postponing for probably 2 years now. It's driving me crazy, but that watch, it's a love and hate. I can't get myself to remove the stickers from it and enjoy it, because when I bought the watch, it was for the wrong reason. Anyway, long story short, I'm yet to remove the stickers from my Sea Dweller 4000, and I'm yet to put the brand new strap that I've never used on it and enjoy it. So Everest Bands does 2 types of straps. One that uses the Rolex buckle, which they call as the deployant type, and the other type is the one with a tang buckle. So you don't use your Rolex clasp, instead you use a tang buckle. And as you can see, there are 3 travel cases or 3 pouches in the center, and they're actually quite huge in size. And they are quite handy because you can store your watches in here, you can store extra tools, or if you want, you can just remove the snap-ons. It's an ingenious idea by Everest to have it on snap-ons, so you can either utilize the space or you can just remove them and use them for something else. But what I'll be doing to give you an idea, I'll be putting the 3 watches I showed you in the beginning, moving them from the 3 watch roll into the watch portfolio. Starting with the Daytona. And then the Kermit. And then the GMT Master 2 on the Coke bezel. So the next one, which is the 4-watch roll. And one thing I realized that they've improved on their watch rolls. The one I showed you in the beginning, although it was top material, it was a bit stiff, a bit hard. So they definitely improved on the softness. The stitching all around the corners, as you can see, is top notch. Opening the 4-watch roll and presenting my favorite modern 4 Rolex watches. And the good thing about the cushions is that it has a spring type, which means it will prevent any stretch. It's quite easy to fit. It would fit all sizes. My wrist size is around 16.5 centimeter. So the Sky Dweller to the left, 326934, Daytona 116500LN, the Submariner Hulk 116610LV, and then the Pepsi Jubilee 126710 BLRO. Moving on to the next topic, which is how to use the tools you have for your Rolex watch, the ones I featured in the beginning. And when it comes to tools, always use Bourjoin. Nothing beats Bourjoin when it comes to the tools. And the tape on the right, it's actually a high temperature, heat resistant tape. They call it as a captain tape. I used to use the electrical tape, but then I found that this is actually easier because the width of it is perfect for the lugs. And you can find it everywhere on eBay or on Amazon. It probably costs you £3 or £4. I'll be showing you how to use all these 3 tools you see, including the tape, and obviously you need some scissors, and we are ready to go. So before we go ahead, let me just talk to you about Rolex watches in general. So the big question is a Rolex watch an investment? Well, the answer is yes and no. And the reason why I say no is that when you buy a watch, you should never buy it for an investment purpose. If you want to do that, then I suggest you buy a 1 kilo or half a kilo or 5 grams of gold and put it in the safe. So when you buy a watch, it should be bought to be enjoyed, whether being appreciated by the owner, whether it's on the wrist or on a watch winder, or just sitting in front of his table and he's staring at it 24 hours a day. But at the end of the day, he's enjoying it. But to me, I believe that the watch belongs on the wrist. It should be enjoyed. It should be looked after. Having it as a safe queen, you will not really enjoy it. And I say that from experience. When I bought the Sea Dweller 4000 back in 2017, and I bought it purely for investment purposes, believe it or not, guys, I did not enjoy that watch a single day since I owned it, and it's been nearly 3 years now. I'm not going to say I regret buying it, but when you buy something for the wrong reasons, you can't really enjoy it. Because every time I say to myself, if I remove the stickers, I'm going to lose the investment. And that's a wrong attitude. So please, whenever you buy a watch, buy it for the right purpose. Which brings me to the answer of yes, it is an investment. Because history shows for the last 50 plus years, the Rolex watches in general have all come up in price. For example, the first Rolex that was ever sold was probably $100 or $200 or pounds for that matter. And nowadays, the average price is around, let's say, 6 to 10,000 pounds. And that shows you that it holds its value. It's like a stable currency. So the good thing is you can have a watch, enjoy it, wear it, pass it on to your kids. If you ever require to sell it, or your children require to sell it in the future, they will make their money back. If you have your Rolex watch and you're stranded anywhere around the world and you lost your wallet, you lost your phone, I guarantee you, because of the Rolex on your wrist, you'll be able to fly back home safely. The Rolex would save you. You'd take it into any watch dealer, he'd pay you money for it, and you'd fly home safely. So yes, it is an investment. It is something that will hold its value. And I did a video in 2018, which was basically the Rolex price increase. And that's another example. Since I started this channel back in 2018, we've seen, for example, the Daytona 116500. When it was first released, it was 8,350 pounds. And today, guys, if you're able to find the Daytona at RRP at your authorized dealer, it will cost you 10,500 pounds. So it just comes to show you that yes, Rolex are the best in value retention and they're only going up in value. With that said, don't let it take away the enjoyment of you enjoying these watches. Even with my Patex that cost me over £25,000, I enjoy them and I appreciate them, and I don't have that feeling that I have with my Sea Dweller 4000. But anyway, with that said, I hope this message is clear to everyone. So moving on to how to fit a rubber strap on your Rolex watch. So I've selected the Hulk for this video and I'll be putting it on a strap, and you guys are gonna love this. So let's check out the packaging that comes with Everest strap. When I was talking to Patrick, I asked him a couple of questions on the brand and he enlightened me with some stuff. As you can see, the Everest logo is actually the mountain, but it was inspired by Rolex. As Patrick was saying, the brand aims and has the ambition of becoming the best in what they do, and I believe they're doing a very good job with that, and well done to them for doing so. So the packaging, it comes with a brochure, a couple of cards. One is the installation instruction, the other is the warranty. So the strap would come in this high quality plastic with a Velcro closing mechanism. I feel it's gonna be an amazing color. It's gonna look like the proper Hulk, you know, green on green. It's gonna be enjoyed during summer. So anyway, using your Captain tape, as I said, the width is just perfect because you can just cover the lugs immediately without having to worry on cutting it. So cover your lugs on all the four sides to prevent any scratches on your watch. And then using the Bergeon 7825 tool, the bracelet will just come off very easily. Do the same thing on the other side. Make sure to cover the lugs here as well. And then again, comes off nicely. Make sure to remove the spring bars because they're gonna just drop, and once you've dropped them, it will be difficult to find. So take them out of the bracelet, keep them safe, probably tape them to the clasp or something to avoid losing them. So between the lugs at 12 o'clock, it says original Rolex design 116610. And on the other side, it would say stainless steel. So on the pre-ceramic versions, they used to write the reference number. Nowadays, it's laser engraved on the rehold inside your watch. Moving on and fitting on the rubber strap. So now I'm using the 3153 Bergeon tool. All you have to do, have the strap in place. While holding it down with your finger, push on each side, and then it will just click into position. You'll hear the clicks and it's a satisfying click. Do the same thing on the other side and you'll feel the click. And there you go, guys. So let me remove the tape and show you the watch. And there you go, guys. Not a single scratch on my Submariner. And there you go, guys. That's a wrist shot of the Hulk on a tank buckle. It's a perfect summer watch. I can't wait to enjoy it. As I said in the beginning, I had an important announcement for you guys. And that is, I'm actually doing a shout out to two amazing guys out there who have no clue that I'm actually doing this. They don't know who I am, I don't know who they are. So what happened was, one of my subscribers sent me a message on Instagram telling me that there's a guy called David Khalil who's doing a very good cause, and it's actually called Watch Community Food Support for what's happening around the world, especially here in the UK. And basically, he's a fundraiser for the Trussell Trust. So basically what he's done, collaborating with another YouTuber called Paul Thorpe, they've aimed to raise £25,000 to help the people in hunger, the people who need the basic necessities, which is food, for families, for kids, for children. If you read the story on justgiving.com, it tells you that since people started panicking, people started bulk buying, you wouldn't find food in the stores. And that's actually worrying because some people out there, they're not connected with the world in the sense of online ordering. They might be too old to understand what online is or ordering online, or they've never used a computer or a laptop. Others, they might not even have a car to go and buy the food they require. Or they think about it in such a way that if I do go out, I'm jeopardizing my life and my family's life. So basically, this website, which is justgiving.com, and David Khalil and Paul Thorpe, they came together, and I thought, you know what, from the 115,000 people subscribed to my channel, if 20,000 people donated £1, just £1, they'd make their target and they'll be able to help out all these families. I've already donated, and I'm not here to brag on how much I donated, but I hope everyone subscribe to my channel, everyone who's watching this video, please donate, even if it's just £1, because this £1 will actually make a difference. David should be proud of himself. If you're listening, David, it's such a good cause, and please, in the future, get in touch if I can help in any way, even if it's just a small little shout out just like this. And guys, let's show the world what this watch community is about. It's not about just us talking about watches, spending our money on expensive stuff. We are actually people who care. I hope you enjoyed this review. That's all for this week. Thank you for watching.